Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm gonna go through how to suss the Chichen Itza trip. I personally did this trip like 2.5 years ago. Definitely think it's worth it. So I'm just gonna go through how you should plan it and what you should do in terms of the activities and things to see. So first thing, guys, what to expect. Chichen Itza, as you probably already know, is one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's pretty interesting, and the history behind it is actually also quite interesting. Definitely worth it overall, especially when you add in the cenotes. If you don't know what a cenote is, it's like these rock pool kind of things. It's like a hole in the ground with water. Super cool kind of cave type thing, and there's 2 very cool ones that you can go and check out that are pretty close by to the Chichen Itza pyramid. So in terms of this trip, I'm planning around that. With the nights that you stay, 1 night is fine, but 1 to 3 nights is good depending on how many things you want to do. There's other cenotes that you can check out, so it just depends how many you want to do. And this trip's organized from Playa del Carmen. Personally, I spent 3 months in Playa del Carmen, so me and my brother took a bus from there to Valladolid, where where it was closest to where these things are. So in terms of that, this is what the map looks like. This is where I was staying in Playa del Carmen. Also recommend this spot as well, guys, and I would probably start here if you want to do this trip. So from Playa del Carmen, you would go to Valladolid, and that is going to be about 2.5 hours on the bus to get there. As you can see, I've got these other stars labeled here with Chichen Itza, and then the other 2 are the cenotes that I would recommend the most. And in terms of Valladolid and the time it takes to get there, which is this star here, is 40 minutes. So yeah, you obviously need to get a taxi and organize it from there. In terms of the city, Valladolid, it's a super small town, not much to do, and basically just a place for you to stay and obviously go to these places when you wake up. It's definitely not a party town or anything like that. Wouldn't be planning on having any big nights or anything here. There's not much to do. It's just the best spot to book a hotel and be able to do the activities that you need to do. But yeah, there's a couple photos here. This was pretty cool. There's this like little church, and there's obviously restaurants and things like that, couple bars, nothing too crazy. And on the map, this is Valladolid here on this star. As you can see, super small, and yeah, that's where it's located. The next slide, guys, is just Chichen Itza in general. It's located on the far left side, so it's 40 minutes from Valladolid, as I said. There is a tour guide available. I think it was around $50. Definitely worth it, I would say, but obviously if you are low on cash, it's not necessary. You can just get ChatGPT out, and I'm sure it will help you, suss the history behind it all. But yeah, guy will take you around, and yeah, it's, you'll probably be there for around 2 hours or so. This is one of the cenotes that's near Chichen Itza. It's called Itza. As you can see on the map here, it's just here, and Chichen Itza was just above that right there. This one's super cool, guys. As you can see, the photos here, definitely recommend it. One thing I will say is, like, obviously you're going to see tourists. It's pretty popular, but I still think it's worth it to go and check out. And obviously it's close by, so you may as well. I forgot how much it costs, guys. It's not much though, so just remember to bring cash, because you will have to pay to go. And they also give you life jackets, so you can kind of just chill in the water for longer without having to swim if you're a weak swimmer. The next cenote is called Soitun. I think this one is probably the better one. I mean, they're both really good. You can get some cool photos here, obviously. And to get on this thing and to get this photo, there will be a line. Depends when you go. For me and my brother, we only waited like 10 minutes. And then yeah, in terms of the map position, it's this one here at the top right, so it's closer to Valladolid. So if you wanted, guys, you can go, you can do these 2 here in one day, and then these 2 in the second day, or you could just smash it all out in one day if you wanted to, but you would have to arrive very early, because each stop's probably going to take you around an hour and a half, 2 hours each, to do what you need to do for each one, and then including travel as well. Okay, so how to suss the whole thing. When you arrive to your hotel from the bus, they will have packages that you can like choose, and they will include like a taxi driver that takes you to all of them. If you want to set up like a private deal with him and it's just and just say, oh, we don't want to go to these ones, we want to go to these ones. You'll be able to do that. Obviously, it just depends on how many, and you can, you know, negotiate price. There's heaps of other cenotes, guys, so if you've got time, go and do the other ones. I just showed you the two main ones, the two ones that are kind of, you know, the most, I guess, the most beautiful. The next thing, guys, is the buses. So me and my brother got a bus from Playa del Carmen to Valladolid, and it's through a company called ADO. Here in this screenshot image, you can see how, like, it will give you like the price, the time of when it leaves, and when you will arrive. For this example, it was when me and my brother were leaving Valladolid to go back to Playa del Carmen. But yeah, you have here, it says quedan cuatro asientos, which is like 4 seats left. So yeah, you'll be able to see how many seats are left in the bus if you're with a bigger group. As I said before, make sure you have cash. You're gonna need it for taxis, you know, a bunch of other things, maybe tourist activities, things like that. You can get the buses from other cities like Tulum, for example. In terms of where Tulum is, if you don't already know, you've got Cancun up here, Playa del Carmen is in the middle, and then Tulum's down here. I would assume Tulum's actually a quicker journey. Another option, if you wanted to do it, is hang out in Playa del Carmen for a few nights or a week, head to Valladolid for a few nights, and then after that, go from Valladolid to Tulum for a few nights. And then, you know, that right there is a pretty solid trip with 3 decent places. Personally, I haven't been to Tulum, but yeah, I'm sure 3 nights there would be decent. And then you got Cancun as well, depending if you want to do that. That's where the airport is, so maybe you can start your trip there or end your trip there. But yeah, guys, apart from that, that's kind of how me and my brother sussed the trip overall. Definitely worth it. I would go and do it for sure, especially with a couple mates. But yeah, if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.